Hi Capricorn, how are we? Just Michelle here. Hi. Just doing our readings for May 2023. Starting off today with just sort of a general overview of what's going on for everyone. I've got the Slavic folklore lenormand deck there for that. Then when we move into our love area, we do have the Lenormand of Japan, as well as the Island Time Wellness Oracle deck. Okay, and then I will be finishing off today with just a few cards from our Heal Yourself reading deck, which is sort of, we're going to be looking at a bit of shadow work. But if shadow work is something that interests you, keep an eye out for our full moon reading. I will be sort of delving into the shadow work aspects a little bit more every full moon. Okay, so if self-growth is your jam, keep an eye out for that one. I will be keeping timestamps, so don't be worried if you see me doing that. But moving over into the general portion for us today, Capricorn. Hope this retrograde isn't going too hard on everyone. From what I understand, this retrograde is actually, going to be affecting Capricorns more so than some of the other signs. Mostly in, I believe, like house aspects of home and house. So family aspects and that sort of a thing too, from memory. Okay, so just be warned about that, everyone. Let me know how you're going with the retrograde. I know myself, I'm actually doing all right. I've just been very tired. That's pretty normal for a retrograde, I think. But yeah, also normal for having a 6-year-old and going back to school and all that sort of stuff with him there. So, you know. Okay, so Capricorn for May 2023. And I'll grab you a job and or finances card as well. Capricorn, job, career, finances, please. Okay, and I am focusing a little bit on the platonic relationships in our energy this month as well. Okay, so looking at, family, friends, all those sorts of platonic relationships and what's going on with those. And then anything else that Capricorn needs to know for May 2023, please. Okay, so Capricorn, the general energy we're in at the moment, we have the heart as well as the tower. Okay, so obviously everyone, loves to see the heart in any reading there because, it is that talking about being in that love energy, being in that sort of really good heart space at the moment. So, it can talk about forgiveness quite a lot, can be very important for us this month with when we're in the love space, having those, getting in touch with your emotions, but also I'm feeling forgiving the past quite a lot when it comes to, and love. When I'm talking about love, I'm talking about that love energy within yourself. Okay, I'm not necessarily talking about love like relationship love. I'm talking about the love that we have for ourselves, as well as just love in general, the way that we act and behave. Are we acting and in a loving, sort of caring, nurturing way, or are we sort of acting a bit more standoffish or things like that, So we're talking about that love energy, so that's going to be different for everyone, of course. But with the tower there as well, I am feeling very inclined to believe that this could be talking about, the foundations that we have within us when it comes to love and loving energy. Like, so when I mean foundations, I'm talking about like how you have been raised or taught to experience loving emotions. So not just for, like I said, not just for love relationships, but for all the relationships in your life, the way that you come across to random strangers even, and accepting love and being more charitable with your love and your emotions side, but it's really looking at the foundations that we've laid in the long-term past. Okay, so going all the way back to childhood, so if you're someone who has had, some sort of childhood trauma, that really looking at, hang on, maybe the foundation I've laid in love is not actually right for me. Maybe I want to lay new foundations and lay stronger foundations when it comes to the way that I am passionate and loving towards things in life. Okay. Now, this can actually talk about the way we look at, boundaries, authority, those sorts of things as well. It can be, like I said, a very foundational type energy. It can talk about the past relationships we've experienced directly, but it also can talk about taking time to ourselves, having a bit of solitude when we do need it as well. Okay, so, making sure we're loving ourselves as well this month. And, if you do need to take a bit of time to yourself, that's perfectly fine. Okay, the Tower sometimes can talk about like the hermit type energy, going hermit mode when it comes to loving, just in general, and focusing on loving yourself sometimes more than loving others. Okay, so feeling like that's what's coming through for our energy this month. The loving energy coming through is fantastic. But yeah, there is sort of a bit of a niggle with the Tower coming through, that, there may be some things that we're just wanting to sort of smooth out when it comes to the way that we love ourselves, the way that we, display love towards others, even just on a platonic level as well. Okay. But then when we looking at career and finances, I am seeing the Knight card there. So this is traditionally this is the rider. Okay, so he usually does bring with him quite a lot of energy and action. So things happening for you really quickly when it comes to work and career and finances this month. Could be talking about the arrival of some new finances, the arrival of a new job, those sorts of energies. Good news coming to you, basically. I will grab a clarity on that one, see if we can get a bit more information about what's going on for Capricorn with career and finances with this Knight coming on through, please. Okay, so we're seeing the crossroads. So once again, you can kind of see another horse type image in this one as well. And this one does also have quite a sense of movement, of change and things coming as well. So definitely could be looking at, new paths within our career, either the entire career, could be getting a new job altogether, or we could be sort of having a lot of changes and going in new directions within the career. But I do feel that with the crossroads there, we might definitely be choosing some new paths and getting some good news coming our way when it comes to financial choices as well. Okay, so maybe. And I'm definitely getting the new aspect, okay? But whatever this is, it's talking about making these choices, quickly as well. So it's swift choices. When if we are faced with any opportunities or decisions that we're needing to make a bit of I feel like we're going to have to do sort of some quick thinking when it comes to career and finances. I'm getting like a really fast-paced movement with that at the moment too. So, there may be some really fast-paced stuff happening. So whether you, have a job or you have your own business or anything like that, we might be looking at some really fast-paced energy this month with career or some finances just coming in quickly, that we weren't expecting or something like that, or choices that we're having to make really super quickly. I'm really getting that. You can even see it the way I'm talking. I feel like I've sped up and I keep doing this. So it's like something super fast. Okay. But it's feeling kind of really exciting as well. So I'm really getting that new and positive energy from that. So whatever that is for everyone, that's definitely feeling super positive as well. So, keep our fingers crossed, right? But yeah, that's going to be a bit different for everyone. It is a collective reading, okay? So that might play out in a few different ways for different people, okay? So let me know in the comments what's occurring for you guys there. Okay, and then when it comes to the platonic relationships in our life, we are seeing even more change. Okay, so we've got the Herald there, as well as the Moon. Okay, so this is actually talking about, like more changes in our emotional side when it comes to the platonic connections. Okay, so So we might be having a bit of movement, things getting stirred up for us emotionally or with our sensitivities. Someone might be trying to literally stir us up a little bit when it comes to our family or friends. Someone may be stirring the pot a little bit this month when it comes to, trying to make us emotional or sensitive, but it also does talk quite a lot about following your intuition as well. And the moon is a really beautiful sort of card as well. So it definitely shines a loving sort of light over the situation anyway, right? But yeah, definitely, that traditionally is the stork, this herald card. But as you can kind of tell, the herald is kind of a similar phrasing to that knight energy, that good news on the way. It kind of is a similar energy. This one does talk more about changes and transitions, and like I said, because we've got such a strong emotional card right there with it, we are sort of looking more at emotional transitions when it comes to our platonic relationships. So this definitely could be talking about, some changes, some co-workers trying to stir us up a little bit, and that's why we're maybe needing to make quick decisions with our career or something like that. So they definitely could be connected to platonic relationships within our career or financial choices there. So, if you are financially wrapped up with family or friends, that could also definitely be connected as well. But yeah, once again, both of those are quite lovely, positive cards as well. So I'm not feeling anything drastic. I'm just feeling that, yeah, there is definitely going to be some sort of stirring up some new energy. We might be getting someone stirring up a new emotion within us that we're kind of like, that's brand new for that. Like, it's just that newness coming on through. Okay, so it could also talk about, this is probably not going to be for everyone, but it could also talk about, when we're asking about platonic relationships, it could also be talking about, especially with the emotions coming on through, could be talking about a friend trying to stir up like a brand new type of friendship that's not a friendship anymore, if that makes sense. Like they might actually, a friend might be coming out of the woodworks and saying, look, I think I'm in love with you or something like that. I'm just getting that vibe that might be for just one person out there, but I am just getting a little bit of that in the background chatter there. But I am getting quite a lot of chatter at the moment, and with all the movement coming through for us this month, Capricorn, I can see why. As well as then we are seeing even more movement when I've asked about anything else that we need to know about this month. We're seeing the ship there, which is another movement card, but we're also seeing the clover, and this particular clover card, you can see the little bees there, and sort of the bees just buzz with excitement as well. Okay, so some sort of travel that we're getting excited for. I feel like this is some sort of a journey, so I feel like it's probably some sort of physical travel, going to see someone who's at a distance or vice versa, someone traveling towards us. I do feel as though we are talking about travel. Sometimes the ships can talk about other things, but I do feel that it's definitely talking about travel or some sort of distance at the moment, and an excitement for that travel or for that distance to be closed. Okay, I'm definitely getting some sort of excitement, or we're just going to be sort of taking a sudden risk to travel or something like that, because the clover can talk about taking a risk, taking a bit of a chance, but overall it is sort of super good fortune, and the ship's overall good fortune quite as well. So strong good fortune message for this month, because the ship, it does talk about that ship is loaded and the cargo is coming on in. Okay, so whether that's from a big distance or not, that's up to obviously it's going to be, like I said, different for everybody, but I am really getting a travel vibe off that today. So I do feel that someone may be going on an adventure. It may not be a huge travel, might not be a huge journey. It may just be, traveling just a little bit further than your norm, but I'm definitely getting some sort of travel, and we're excited about traveling at the moment, Capricorn. So there you go. I don't know if that's going to resonate for everyone either. But I know myself. I just randomly decided the other day that on the weekend I will be traveling to a little coastal town not far from me. It's not really that far, but it's just a little bit further than I normally would travel. And so yeah, I feel like for me that probably would resonate, that I am getting excited about that and taking my son to sort of explore this little town that he has never really been to. Like, I've been there before, but they do pelican feeding, so it's going to be quite fun, I think. So I think he will love it anyway. Totally irrelevant to our reading, but I am a Capricorn as well. So sometimes I do, come across parts of the messages will actually make me go, oh, hang on, that's right, this is for me too. So I do normally, I keep my own energy out of the Capricorn readings as much as I can, but what I actually do is I come back after I've recorded and I will rewatch, because I do realize I am a Capricorn, and so the Capricorn readings do usually resonate quite a lot for me as well, but I totally try to put it from my mind whilst I'm doing the readings. So sorry about that, but pelicans, pretty cool, right? Okay, so moving over onto our love portion there, Capricorn. What sort of energy is Capricorn in this month when it comes to love? Oh, and sorry, just give me a second, because now that I brought that up, I have to clear my own energy back out of the room. Sorry. Clear myself a bit there. Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm picking up for you guys, not for myself alone. That would be pretty pointless, wouldn't it? Whoa. Okay, that's way too many, so we won't look at those. I did see the flowers though, so that could be a positive for everyone. Okay, but Capricorn with love, May 2023, please. Okay, and is there anyone that's already in Capricorn's energy? So this is like the person that you already know, the person that you're thinking of, someone that's already in your energy when it comes to love, whether you're with them or not. Have a look at that there. I'll grab one there, and I did have one flying on out. Okay, so yeah, no wonder it flew out. It's a flying card, that one. Okay, and anyone new coming along for Capricorn this month, please? Anyone new coming into Capricorn's energy with love, May 2023? Okay, so quite some interesting energy here today, Capricorn. I'm just going to grab you some oracles as well. So can I get an oracle for Capricorn's energy, please? Capricorn's energy with love, please. Okay, and then can we please get an oracle for the person that's already in Capricorn's energy, please? Okay, interesting. Okay, sorry to sort of skip ahead of you guys there. So when I've drawn for the energy that we are currently in Capricorn, I feel like I've kind of got two separate energies coming through there. Won't be a sec. Sorry about the weird interruption there, Capricorn. I did just have to stop the video for a moment and attend to something there. But yeah, like I was sort of saying, we do have two separate energies sort of coming through just with your energy itself, Capricorn. So I feel like what we're actually looking at here is some sort of a change coming through. It's kind of feeling like it could be more towards the start of May. We'll be hitting this change, but we definitely are sort of looking at some sort of dual energy going on. So whether or not we're looking at an energy where it's like 1 minute you're in this energy, the next minute you're in that, or whether we are sort of initially in this energy, and then swapping over into this newer sort of, it is feeling like a newer sort of energy, that second energy there. But that first energy coming on through, when I've drawn the cards about Capricorn's general love energy, the first one we have gotten there is the no card, okay? And then I've gotten the not today oracle along with that one there as well. So the not today oracle does say not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, or person, boundaries, and still angry. Okay, so I'm feeling that we're just sort of not quite ready yet to be facing certain love energies. Okay, so whether or not, that's going to be a bit different for every Capricorn. It may take one Capricorn just a couple of days to get through this sort of no, leave me alone energy. But it may take some of us a bit longer as well. So we might be sort of looking a bit more into May there. And I am feeling that that particular energy, I am feeling is somewhat related to this person that's already in our energy. Okay, so when I've drawn for the person who is currently in our energy, that was where I had that card fly out. Now that card that flew out was the scythe there. Okay, so that really does talk about sudden changes, and because it did fly on out at us, I sort of really feel that whatever's happening, it's going to be something really sudden, okay, with this particular person. So we're sort of seeing that if you are in contact with this person already, that that might suddenly change. If you're not in contact with this person at the moment, that might suddenly change. So definitely some sudden, unexpected change happening with that. You may be making some quick decision when it comes to this person who's already in your energy. All right, and I did also draw the autumn card there as well. So the autumn card, it is currently autumn here until the end of May. So we are talking about some sudden changes coming through with that person that's already in your energy, in your thoughts. Some sudden changes coming through sometime soon, basically, with that person. Okay, and I feel like this is also related to that person. We have the oracle card here that is the golden mirror energy. Okay, and that does talk about self-absorbed, possible narcissist, possible one-sided relationship or love bombing going on with that connection. Okay, so if that sort of a vibe resonates for you with the person that's already in your energy, I feel like this is what we're sort of, no, not today. We're not dealing with that until you bring in some changes to that energy. We don't want to deal with love bombing. We don't want to deal with one-sided relationships. We don't want to deal with a narcissist type person. I'm not, obviously not diagnosing anyone as narcissistic, but, we are seeing that there is some sort of, narc kind of vibe going on with that person's energy. So, obviously wanting some sudden changes to that before we're going to deal with that person at all. Okay, is what I'm sort of getting with that. And then with the autumn card, what we do find with the autumn card, the alternate reading with that card is, obviously we're talking about something current because it's kind of like autumn at the moment until the end of May. But, I do also find with the autumn card, in other countries they call autumn fall. Okay, so there's been some sort of something's fallen off. The wheels have fallen off kind of vibe. But also then with autumn, you do see that you can even see it sort of here in those cards, the leaves changing color, so some sort of transformation. So fall really being that season where, the leaves start to turn color and fall from the trees, and then so that the new growth can come through as well. So whatever this change in energy with this person is, okay, so you guys are going to know who you're thinking of, and if that is resonating with their current energy. If that's resonating with their current energy, we will be seeing a sudden change away from that, and if that's not actually resonating with their current energy, you may be sort of suddenly realizing some of these self-absorbed tendencies this person may have, or this could be, you know, obviously situations always can be reversed. You may be noticing some of your own behaviors that are making you not want to deal, you know, with love energies at the moment, and sort of needing a sudden break or a sudden change from that person, you know, so kind of a rough hand we've been dealt there on that side of things. But like I said, we are seeing the duality energy coming on through today. So whether or not we're flipping from that sort of an energy into this other energy, or whether we're looking at two separate portions of the month, you know, that's going to be, once again, different for everybody. I'll leave that up to you to decide how that resonates for you personally. But we are seeing that ship energy once again, and then with the fish there as well. Okay, so the ship energy, once again, journeys, traveling. This might be somebody at a distance, but also I feel that it's sort of more talking about, you know, like, you know, as we progress past this not today, no love, want touch me energy, you know, that we are sort of seeing our journey carrying on to the next sort of port or whatever, you know, that sailing that sea, sailing through that energy of not dealing, to all of a sudden, you know, look, we want to set sail again. We want to set sail into some abundance, because the fish really is about abundance, and it's about, you know, those, you know, there's lots of fish in the sea. If this person's not for me, I can move on and find more little fish to give me what I need from love relationships, you know. But, you know, it can be talking about someone at a distance, or having to travel to meet somebody, or somebody traveling to, you know, run into you at the opportune time, that kind of a vibe. And when I have asked about, and once again, I'm feeling this next energy when I've asked about somebody, you know, new coming into our energy. I'm feeling like that's something different all over again. Okay, so I'm feeling like this is just talking about us, in general, the Capricorns in general, just, you know, sailing through this harder period of not wanting to deal with love, kind of feeling like we're not really wanting to deal with this this person unless there is a sudden change. Okay. That person that's already in our energy, kind of feeling like we're not really wanting to deal with them, and that we may be sort of looking towards new, and looking for our own abundance, and sailing towards, you know, other aspects of our life that may not even be love. You know, we may just be wanting to focus on our career and finances, because this is a financial card as well. So abundance really does talk about those financial aspects as well. So it could even be, yeah, wanting to sort of sail away from love altogether and wanting to focus on other aspects of our own life. But then I am feeling that that other energy completely different once again. And this is actually linking back with our general portion, where we saw that platonic thing coming on through, okay? We do have the rider once again. In the general, it was the knight, as you probably remember there. But now we're seeing it as the rider, and it's connected to a friendship, okay? So you may not actually... you know, this is a brand new love energy, okay? But it may be somebody that you do already know as a friend, you know, so brand new energy when it comes to love, but, you know, they could actually already be somebody that you do know as an acquaintance or a friend type relationship. The dog really does talk about loyalty and support and friendship. So, you know, and if it's not someone that is already sort of, you know, and it could also talk about meeting this person through your friends, or your friend has good news, you know, headed your way when it comes to love connections. Your friend might be setting you up with somebody, that sort of a thing as well. But it really does talk about good news coming on in, something swift and fast coming through. You know, that good news is finding its way to you, either via a friend or about a friend. Okay, but whoever this new love connection is, there is going to be a strong sense of friendship as well. You know, it might be talking about, you know, in May, we might just be, you know, establishing a friendship with somebody, and then, you know, it's turning into something more. But it's really focusing on the friendship aspects of this connection, okay? And definitely some good news when it comes to meeting this new energy into your life there. Definitely it's going to feel like, you know, it could even be that referencing of that, you know, the knight in shining armor type vibe when it comes to this person as well, okay? But it's definitely a new energy altogether, okay? So definitely some, you know, some negatives and positives there when it comes to the love aspect for you, Capricorn. Hopefully, you know, that resonates for people, and that it's not too daunting when I'm talking about some of those, you know, harder to deal with energies there. I hope that that's not sort of, you know, throwing anyone off a curveball or anything like that. So I am sorry if that's, you know, not where we wanted to really go with that. But you know, time will tell, and free will always exists as well. Okay, so you know, just because you saw something in a reading, you know, free will, you can still choose to follow a different path and all those sorts of things. You can still choose to, you know, go a certain way, or do, you know, even when we see the scythe come through in a more negative light like that, we do find that, you know, if even if that thing doesn't change quickly and suddenly, you know, there is certain things that we can do to help, you know, progress those changes or whatever. But I feel that, you know, having your boundaries strong might be important when it comes to that sudden change. Like, and yeah, sort of saying to whoever that person is that, look, unless something changes, this can't go forward. I'm 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 over it. You know, it does feel with that no energy, it does have a very much like, I'm over dealing with this sort of vibe. I don't want to deal with this. I just do not want to deal with this at the moment. It's just not in my energy to be dealing with, you know, this person or love at all, to be completely honest. But like I said, we do have that potential to move away from that energy with that ship coming through. You know, we do have that strong energy of being able to move away from that energy. So it's really going to be up to you whether you feel like maybe you do need to take a little bit more time to sort of work through that sort of, I don't really want a bar of it energy, or whether you sort of do want to just move ahead to something brand new altogether. Obviously, like I said, free will, always up to us there at the end of the day. But moving over to the shadow work for Capricorn today. So shadow work for Capricorn when it comes to May 2023, please. Like I mentioned, if you are interested in self-growth and shadow work, keep an eye out for the full moon readings. I will delve a little bit deeper into shadow work elements on every full moon, okay? But for Capricorn, May 2023... Okay, so for our shadow work portion, we are seeing the beauty card as well as the selling out card there. Okay, and so kind of, you know, a similar looking female, but in one, she's kind of looks like she's had every last little bit of energy taken from her, whereas in this one, she looks quite beautiful, you know, and it is the beauty card. Okay, so focusing on beauty this month, Capricorn, and I feel like that's talking about that love energy. Okay, so focusing on the things that you feel in your heart space, you know, like we did have with the overview, that general love being important to you this month. Okay, so I feel like we're talking about protecting our sense of love, protecting the things that we find beautiful about ourselves as well, and not selling out, not you know, not giving away too much of ourselves. And you know, I feel like it's really just talking about protecting our heart quite a lot this month. You know, we have sort of seen that as a bit of a repeated message, Capricorn. You know, so not selling out, not giving in to somebody who may be in the wrong energy when it comes to us, when it comes to love. You know, allowing ourselves to, you know, focus on the beauty of things, not focusing on the aspects where we're just giving and giving and giving and giving and not actually receiving anything in return. You know, we when it comes to these two together, when we give beauty out to the world, we expect the return of beauty to us, okay? And if we're selling out in that aspect, we're just giving and giving and giving and giving. We're not actually receiving anything back. But we also see with the beauty card, we might be having a bit of a glow up this month as well. So, that may be something that is relevant to a few Capricorns out there, having some sort of a glow up this month when it comes to beauty aspects, so. And it could also be talking about the beauty industry as well. So sort of not selling out when it comes to, I'm just getting a side note there that, yeah, for somebody this is going to make total sense, but for everybody else, we're probably like, what? But for anyone involved in the beauty industry, making sure you're not selling out your product or your services, and not, not underselling yourself, not selling yourself short. With the selling out card, it is very important to, appreciate our true beauty and appreciate our true value. Okay. So, and when we had the heart space as quite important for the general this month, I feel that it's really talking about not selling out our heart and soul. Okay. And really protecting our heart and soul energy, and not underselling ourselves in any way, shape or form. Okay, so really focusing on what it means to you, what love means to you, what beauty means to you on the inside. Okay, we're not just talking about physical beauty with this card, and not selling out those sides of yourself. Whatever's that's going to mean slightly different things to different people as well. But when a lot of people are sort of going to have the same sort of imagery when it comes to selling out. It's like selling yourself short and, doing something for the wrong reasons. Okay, so make sure we're doing things this month out of love and that beautiful love space that we have the opportunity to be in this month, and really focusing on our heart and soul when it comes to making choices for ourselves this month, I feel. Okay, so sorry if that felt like it was, a bit crazy there at the end with all those energies all over the place. But, I feel that that's going to resonate for quite a few different Capricorns there. And like I said earlier, I do like to rewatch the Capricorn videos, and I already have a very strong vibe that this is going to resonate pretty strongly for me myself. Okay, so let me know in the comments how that resonates for you in your particular situation. Also, anyone that does comment will go in the draw for that free personal reading when that occurs. So make sure you subscribe as well so you can keep updated. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you so much for your time today, Capricorn, and I hope that helps. Thanks.